Maybe you could tell us the top 5 tips maybe for people who could practically apply them at home today.
Number 1, I think, is mind-body practices. Engaging in some type of mind-body practice builds your mental muscle. It actually helps protect you from the stresses and the strains that inevitably we're faced from. And this has been shown, for example, to engage in 8 weeks of 20 minutes of deep relaxation response or meditation or mindfulness a day will actually grow your frontal lobe. You can see it on an MRI. At 10 minutes of some type of relaxation response will mitigate half of the stress genes that are turned on when you're engaged in stress. So that would be number 1. Number 2 is food. Now, there has been no specific food or pill or supplement that has been shown to cure movement disorders or Parkinson's disease. But the Mediterranean diet, which is a high plant-based diet of whole foods, high in omega-3s, high in vitamin D, high in zinc, that has been shown, high in fruits and vegetables, high in nuts. That has been shown over and over again to reduce risk for chronic illnesses, including improve function and health and well-being, both mentally and physically, in those with movement disorders and Parkinson's. So number 2 would be shifting your diet. I have a guide on my website called the anti-inflammatory diet. We now know that inflammation underlies a lot of chronic illnesses. And there are a set of simple foods that reduce inflammation and others that will aggravate it. And what I recommend to patients is they just begin to move over to the anti-inflammatory side and incorporate that into their routine diet. I think the third one is social connection. If you are lonely, if you don't have a good social support network, then look for doing that. The fourth thing I would say was movement. Movement has been shown to be salutogenic, to use your term. It taps into our own inherent healing capacity. It is an underlying fundamental way to keep us going. And it doesn't have to be going to the gym and working out, until you drop. In fact, that might not be good for people with chronic illnesses. It's a matter of engaging in activities of daily living on a routine and a regular basis. Study just came out 2 days ago, again, confirming with over 8,000 people that there's a dose response in terms of moving it, engaging in the things that you enjoy, that you love. I would say the fifth one is sleep. Sleep has been shown over and over again to be salutogenic, again, to use that word. And this is across the board. It is restorative. It helps people recovery. It helps healing. Lack of sleep will impair the immune system a single time, okay? And in fact, with many of my patients, they'll come in for all kinds of chronic illnesses, okay? And if their sleep is disrupted, if I can get that improved, many of their chronic illnesses will actually improve just by that one intervention.